All right, welcome back. You know, there's this really powerful story being told right now, and it's that artificial intelligence can unlock financial freedom, almost automatically. Today, we're going to unpack exactly how that story works.
I mean, it's a powerful idea, right? Almost irresistible. The thought of a smart system just generating income for you while you sleep. So let's really dig into how this story is being told and figure out what makes it so dang compelling.
So, just to be super clear, we're not here to buy or sell a thing. No. Instead, what we're going to do is kind of act like architects. We're going to deconstruct the blueprints of two really powerful narratives out there that promise to turn AI into cold, hard cash.
Okay, so every great story, it starts with a hook, right? And the story of AI wealth, well, it begins with a very seductive promise. I mean, it is absolutely designed to grab your attention and not let go. Now this line, and this is a direct quote from a pitch for something called an AI wealth engine, it just cuts right to the heart of it all. See, it's not really just about making money. It's about something bigger, separating your income from your effort. That's the real dream, and that's what's being packaged and sold here. But here's the thing. Before you can sell that dream, you first have to tap into a nightmare, or at least a big problem. A really great sales narrative always starts by pointing out a deep, universal pain point, something the audience is already feeling. That way, the solution you're about to offer feels like a rescue they desperately need.
And this just illustrates it perfectly. It's like two sides of the exact same coin. On one hand, you've got the frustration of the classic 9-to-5 grind, right? Just feeling completely trapped. And on the other hand, you have the pain of the modern-day creator, pouring their soul into their work just to hear crickets. Both of these narratives tap into that same awful feeling of being stuck and totally unrewarded for your effort.
So once that problem is firmly established, once you're feeling that pain, boom, the hero of the story makes its entrance. And in this story, the hero isn't a person. It's not some big company. It's AI itself, positioned as the one thing that can change the entire game.
And this right here, this is where the framing is just so important. See, AI isn't being pitched as just another tool in your toolbox. No way. It's being presented as a fundamental shift in how everything works. It's sold as this great equalizer that just automates away all the hard stuff. You don't need special skills, you don't need to work crazy hours, you don't even need to be lucky. This is the supposed breakthrough that makes the whole dream seem possible.
So, what are we talking about exactly? What does AI supposedly automate? Well, according to these stories, basically everything that's hard. We're not just talking about creating content or building a sales funnel, we're talking about the really difficult parts of the whole equation, like designing thumbnails that go viral, and, this is the big one actually engineering an audience's attention. All those super complex tasks, yeah, you just hand them over to the machine. Okay, so we get the promise, we get the big idea. But how does it actually work? Well, these narratives lay out two pretty distinct blueprints for how this automation is supposed to happen.
First up, we've got the AI wealth engine. And I want you to pay really close attention to the language here. Activate, generate, drive, earn. See that? Every single one of those words implies you're not doing much. It's passive. It's framed as a totally done-for-you system. The message is, you're not building a business from scratch, you're just flipping a switch.
Okay, now the second model, this one from a system called Clickly, it focuses on a completely different part of the puzzle, attention. It's all about the funnel. AI gets you the click, which turns into a view, which grows into a subscriber, and that is what finally unlocks the income. So in this case, AI isn't the whole engine, but it's that critical spark that gets the whole thing started.
All right, so we've got the problem, and we've got the AI-powered solution. But you know what? The actual mechanics of it, that's only half the story. The other half, the really fascinating part, is how these narratives are built to be so incredibly persuasive, to make you feel like you have to act right now. And this table, man, it breaks it down perfectly. Both of these narratives are using classic, time-tested psychological triggers. You've got urgency, that classic fear of missing out, right? Then you've got aspiration, they're painting this incredible picture of the life you could have. And then the real kicker, timing. The idea that we are on the ground floor of a massive AI revolution, and if you get in now, you get that unfair advantage.
So when you put all these tactics together, the effect is, well, it's really powerful. It's all designed to make you feel like waiting, even for a second, is a huge mistake. The message couldn't be clearer. The train is leaving the station, and you better be on it, because that window of opportunity is closing fast.
Which, brings us to the really critical question at the heart of all these promises. What is actually being sold here? Are you buying a tool or are you buying a treasure map?
And here's the crucial point, right? The AI system, the software itself, that's one product. But the story, that powerful, persuasive story about easy, automated wealth, that's a completely different product. And in a lot of ways, the story is the thing that's actually more valuable. Because at the end of the day, while these systems can automate tasks, they can't automate real strategy or a deep understanding of the market.
And so that leaves us with one final big question to think about. In this new AI gold rush, is the technology the ultimate tool? Or is the ultimate tool the story that's being told about it? Something to chew on. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.